And they're under the auspices of Franco Donadio.
I see a hand go up for Charlie Arton, and he pulls that 914 into the pit, so he will be out of this race. But listen to the revs climb on these monster classic cars, and away they go as the flag drops. And down into Holzhoek for the first time in heat number 2. And for their final race of the day, it's Donadio on the inside of Michael Hitchcock. It's Momberg that sits there in third place ahead.
And look at Michael Hitchcock, hold it on the inside, up the way, up Hubert, straight up towards Castrol Corner. Hitchcock gets the better there of Donadio. Can he hold out? Franco's going to use the might of that Can-Am down the back, but it's Ford versus Chev. Oh, and Ferdy Matona, big spin out there in the Mustang, but he holds it together. Ah, the tyres just lit up there as he spun out. He'll come back, but he's at the back of the field, and it looks like we also got someone struggling at the back there. That could be Brad Rowe.
That's the 2002 BMW of Brad Rowe that's just come to a halt. But like you said, Ferdy Mouton, an uncharacteristic mistake there, and obviously that spin, there's nothing you can do. Luckily, he wasn't collected, and he was managed to get back under racing. But we'll watch as the rest of the field goes through Sorrel Sweep. There's your leader, Michael Hitchcock, Any Cape forklift. Ford Mustang ahead of Franco Donadio in that Donadio's Chevy Can-Am. And they'll go nose to tail, very slidey out of the final corner. Then there's Trevor Momberg and Jared Evans fighting that little pairing for third place. Listen to them come by and down into Holzhoek once again.
Lovely stuff there, Glenn Adam Bogart there in P5. Brian Evans there with Wayne Rosser having a scrap, Robert Rowe. Then it's Bruce Van Taplin, Wayne Lotter, Theo Klaassen, and up behind him, Vance Kearney, Jaco Oosthuizen, and Kukumuz in there, Maton. Ferdy Maton down in 50, but watch Ferdy, he's going to climb the ladder as the race goes on.
Absolutely, and he's carving through the midfield classic cars right now. But there's Aiton Bogard, there's Rosser, there's Evans, there's Rowe. Wayne Lotter's trying to come up the inside. He's also been on a bit of a comeback mission. He's up the inside of Robert Rowe, and he's got Bruce Van Taplin just ahead. But there we jump back to the leaders. It's Michael Hitchcock ahead of Franco Donadio. There's your first pair. If we wait a little bit longer, we see Evans and Momberg. Momberg ahead of Evans. That's your second pair. Aiton Bogard no longer has Ferdy Mouton to fight, so he's going to try and claw back a little bit of time. And then it's Rosser and Evans as well.
Someone who's not featuring here today for some other reason. I don't know why. PVLO. Possibly an Apex seal, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'll speak to PV later on and find out what's happened. Sorry, I can't report back to you guys, but we'll know next time, Ron.
Absolutely, and he was out there yesterday on an absolute stormer, but clearly something was wrong with that motor vehicle and he wasn't out there today. But there we see the leaders come through. It's Momberg and Evans in the Capri battle that leads you across the line. That's 3 and 4. Then here's this duel of Brian Evans and Wayne Rosser, Aiton Bogard. There's Bruce Van Taplin, Wayne Lotter. There's Robert Rowe. There's Theo Klaassen. Jaco Oosthuizen. Look at Ferdy Mouton on an absolute flyer, coming and carving through the field.
Nothing's going to hold Ferdy back there as through the guys go. There's Trevor Momberg and Jared Evans just went through. Here comes Dad Brian Evans in that beautifully turned out Escort with Wayne Rosser. There's Glenn and Aiton Bogard. There's Bruce Van Taplin. Have a look at this little fight here between, looks like the two Capris. And Trevor Momberg still leading out on Jared Evans. They're having an absolute barnstorm with the two of them. Two evenly matched vehicles, two very good drivers, well equipped. Oh, and Jared having a look up on the inside. Jared's alongside. He's just thereabouts. Trevor Momberg holding up, but Jared's got the inside line. He's going to outbreak him going down towards Perdamina Fostron. Hey, side by side. And, oh, look at Trevor Momberg, you wily old fox, as he late breaks there and holds Jared wide.
Yep, it's going to be back and forth between those two as the leaders come by. But look at this, Evans and Rosser also back and forth. It's Ford versus VW, a big battle, front wheel drive versus rear wheel drive. And look at Rosser's drive out of the final corner. They're going to make it side by side down the main straight. Still 5 laps to go. We'll follow the rest of the cars through. There's Glenn Aiton Bogard. He's dropped off the pace to the two cars in front. Then there's that Toyota man, Bruce Van Taplin, ahead of Wayne Lotter. Then Robert Rowe. Ferdy Mouton comes screaming on by, still on that charge. Theo Klaassen, Jaco Oosthuizen, and Vance Kearney up there, to name a few. Then we see into Holzhoek they go, Francois.
Well, I'm having a look there. Ferdy Maton. He is working his way through the field. He's making his way now up to Castrol Corner. There's Ferdy behind Wayne Lotte. He's going to look up on the inside. He's using the grunt of that V8. Boom! Up on the inside of Wayne Lotte. Oh, Ferdy almost putting it wide into Wayne there. But Wayne staying out of harm's way. Ferdy is on a charge and he's using the track and some now. Through the Lunstem King down towards Damstip goes Ferdy Maton. As we watch the scuffle there between Trevor Momberg and Jared Evans and the two Capris making their way down towards Perdamina Fostron.
A battle of two of the same car, so close and evenly matched, is incredible to see. It's Evans versus Momberg, and they're going to go side by side, or almost nearly through Perdamina Fostron. It's going to be who's got the better exit, and we'll jump back to the camera angle. There's Evans and Rosser in your frame now with the beautiful Table Mountain backdrop just behind. And look at that, Glen Ayton Bogard in the Granada Piranhas, not that far behind.
There's a lovely scrap coming out of Castrol between the leaders. But there's Bruce Van Taplin and Wayne Lotte up behind him. Have a look at this. Oh, Brian Evans late on the brakes of Wayne Rosser. And outside, Glen Ayton Bogard using the muscle of that Ford Granada, but the front wheel drive gets the pull out of the corner. Rosser have the up hand. Will Glen Ayton Bogard go in late there? No, he doesn't. That Granada's very heavy, very tail heavy, so Glen Ayton Bogard has to nurse the back end. But look at this, coming into Castrol Corner is Ferdy Maton on the back of Bruce Van Taplin. There we go. Ferdy Maton working his way through the field.
Yep, just like that, still carving his way through is Ferdy Maton. It's very good for the points. He's up into 9th and 5th in class, but he wants to get a little bit higher because this championship is super important to the classic guys. I know that. But there we see as they carry on, your leaders come through now, but we watch there, Bruce Van Taplin comes into frame, and there's Michael Hitchcock still leading out 1.9 seconds ahead of Franco Donadio. And it's a 120.990 for Franco Donadio, that being your fastest lap in classics so far today. There is Jermaine Badine at the back end of the field, and now the front runners in the field will start leading to back markers. But there's that Capri battle, Francois.
Yeah, Trevor Momberg looks like Jared Evans leading around the outside, trying to hold it to get the upper hand, but Trevor Momberg late into holes. He will go across the line and try and force Jared Evans wide, which he does. And great driving there from him. Jared throwing the kitchen sink at him, but Trevor has got oodles of experience. Coming in there now, there's Ferdy Maton now. Has got Bart's Bruce Van Taplin, so he's up to P8. And oh, look at this. Wayne Lotte, Robert Rowe, and Theo Claassen there with Jaco Oosthuizen. That's a lovely little scrap coming up towards Castrol Corner, Geordie.
Exactly like that. 4 cylinders, 6 cylinders, all in between. Look at Jaco Oosthuizen trying to fend up the rear tail of both 6-cylinder Skyline and BMW. But with this, it seems that Robert Rowe was slowing him down. But there's Mattia and there's Pfeiffer, the birthday boy once again. That makes his way through. Then we see Donadio in second position still, as he runs now, and Donadio has a major slide coming out of Holzhoek, and he catches it. Very well done there, keeping that car on the circuit. But there we see they go through. There's Beekman rather, in the Morris, a little bit behind as they go through. The Capri battle heads into 1. And there you see this battle. Robert Rowe and Wayne Lotte are still fighting it out. And that is for 10th overall. So you want to be inside the top 10 in a 20-car field. And these two are battling it out. It's BMW versus Ford Escort as they run down to the line. The leaders have 2 laps to go. The leaders are through turn 4. Sorrel sweeping down the back straight. And now we watch. Here's Bruce Van Taplin. There's Robert Rowe, Wayne Lotte, Theo Claassen, and Jaco Oosthuizen all in this four-way fight.
I can tell you something, Robert Rowe's got a smile on his face. He's happy that he's got the upper hand of that little scuffle. I can tell you that for nothing. Rob enjoying his racing.
There's that battle. Now we jump back to Holzhoek, and there's your leader. Look at the gap. It is 3.9 seconds between Donadio and Hitchcock out front. That's a big gap between these two. We know both of them are extremely quick and extremely feisty with each other. But at this rate, Franco Donadio has just dropped off the pace and let Michael Hitchcock move away with it. And with 1 lap to go, these classics are on their final lap.
But the big thing here is Donadio took the first one, and Hitchcock was second, and Hitchcock's in front. So remember, coming first is going to be based on time. So I think Michael is actually pedaling.
Absolutely, we'll have to see and wait for the result at the end of the evening. But now we see there a little bit of a slide for that motor vehicle, just like that. That's Hitchcock moving that Mustang around as the gap continues to widen.
Yeah, Michael Hitchcock giving it absolute horns as he works down towards down into Pertamina Fastron. He goes past Vance Kearney up on the inside. Franco Donadio a little bit further back. The checkered flag will be coming out soon. Yep. Checkered flag out for Michael Hitchcock. Jaco Oosthuizen crosses the line. Here comes Kokomura as well. But here comes your winner out of heat number 2. It's Michael Hitchcock over the line. Vance Kearney gets lapped. And here comes Franco Donadio in the Chef Can-Am. He's in second place. The Donadio plant tire. So we wait for the rest of the field to come through. Pick up, there's Trevor Momberg and Jared Evans going down towards Pertamina Fastron. That scuffle has been going on forever. Looks like Trevor's got the upper hand. Not far behind him's dad, Brian Evans. Then it's Wayne Rosser.
Yeah, it seems that Jared Evans has just backed off a little bit as the stream goes black. A little bit of a touch on the dirt on the exit of the corner, and we'll watch them come through live at the circuit. Trevor Momberg will come home in 3rd place ahead of Jared Evans. Then it's father Brian Evans in the Escort that should make his way through to take 5th overall. Just like that, father and son, 4th and 5th ahead of Wayne Rosser.
Bogart runs off the track and into the pit lane, so he's got a